Today is September 20th and it's 9:25 a.m. and the market is going to open in about 5 minutes. And this is the daily chart for the S&P 500 ETF, ticker symbol SPY, and it's currently, it closed Friday at $441.40, and this is the candle for Friday. And during this review from last week, I identified these three support resistance levels, and I'm anticipating that price was going to test 440. I'm not sure if this is going to be a strong support level. Price may pierce it, consolidate a little bit before continuing further down, or it could just blow right past it and hit 435. So that was my assessment from last week. So because of my anticipation that price was going to hit this level of 435, I went ahead and I bought two put contracts. So if I click on the trade tab, so what I did was I picked up contracts involving the September 20th expiration date. So these contracts expire today. So right here under days, it's 0. So these contracts expire today, a little after 4 o'clock. So the details of those contracts involve 100 shares. So each contract represents 100 shares expiring today. And I picked up the 438 put, right? So at the time, price was still above 441. And I was speculating that price was going to fall below 438 coming into Monday. So that's the rationale for my entry. I bought each contract at 83 cents each, or $83, because 83 cents times 100 shares is your $83. And by Friday afternoon, it closed at 90 cents or $90, and overall I'm up $12 into the trade. So when I click on view trades right here, so my entry into these contracts was approximately 2:40 p.m. So there was at the time about an hour and 20 minutes remaining into the trading day. But that was when I picked up these contracts. So looking back at the chart, right? So this is from Friday's candlestick. This is Friday's close. And if I toggle that into a lower time frame, we should see some pre-market activity, right? So right now, price is below. So during the overnight session, via the futures contract, I saw that price was dropping last night. And, waking up a little while ago, I saw that price fell below 435. So it's looking to see whether or not 435 will hold as resistance. Again, it blew right past this 440. Not right away, but relatively real quickly. It spent time here since last night at 5:30 through 10 o'clock. And then after 10 o'clock, it just started going further down. So that's why my contracts these contracts are designated ITM, which means in the money. And again, because I bought 438 and price is currently trading at 435, I'm in the money by $3, right? So when I was looking at this last night, these contracts, the 438 contracts, was literally at the money, but because of the downward push, it's down here at 90 cents. I don't believe this is the right amount because I saw that this was, the 438 was up here, so 38, 39, 40, 41, 40. The 442, right, is where the 438 was, and that was, I believe, a little over $3 per contract. So I don't believe 90 cents is the right amount. There's probably a lag in the options data because of the volatility that's going on in the overnight. So the market's going to open in about 10 seconds. So let's see what happens here. I'll go back to the chart, see which way this is going to go. because this candlestick is going to close and then 9:30 is going to open. That's the bell. So here's a new candle, the 9:30 candle. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be here because I have errands to do this morning. So I'm going to have to close this out by 10 within the next 30 minutes. So price is still pushing towards the downside. It's 434. If I toggle over, yeah. So now my contracts are $4 per contract, and I'm profiting $612. So my initial capital was $166, and now I'm making $668 in less than 2 hours. So I have another alarm to go and review. So 416. I'm going to close these out right now. So 437. So I have 2 contracts here. So I'm just going to flatten it out. These are the contracts for well, this is the chart for the contracts. So I'm just going to flatten it out now. So it's at 398. I want to see if I can get it at 4. Anything over 4, I want to see if I can close that. Oh, no, it's pushing down. So price is at 369, 351. So it looks like the market's trying to push up. I'm just going to close it out here. So I sold at 339 per contract. Yeah, so the market's going to try and push towards the upside right now, but unfortunately, because I have to leave in about 28 minutes, I wish I could have stayed here, and monitored this, but I sold it at 338 per contract. So 338 times 100 shares, $338 per contract, and I had 2 contracts. So overall, 676, and my entry or principal was 166. So for less than 3 hours trading, I made $510. So it's a good start for the week. It's great. So what I'm also watching is another trade that I'm in, and that is involving AMC. So this is here. So these contracts expire. Well, I only purchased 1 contract. So I picked up 1 contract Friday as well, and this is involving AMC. And I picked up the September 24th $44 put. So at the time of my entry, so Friday was around here. I made my purchase. So I bought towards when price was pushing up, and at the time it was at $45. So because of the volatility, my alarms are going off. So I have to review these other stocks to look at, because the setup seemed ideal for an entry. I was just waiting for an actual triggering event. And because of today's volatility, I have to review those for a potential entry. And going back to AMC, again, I bought the contract up here when price was in the green. It was going positive. So at the time I was betting, or I shouldn't say betting, but I was anticipating that price was going to drop going into this week. So I shorted air quotes, AMC via puts when it was at $45. I picked up the $44 strike, and now price is below my strike price, and it's at $41.95. And if I click the trade tab, so this contract, again, I picked up one contract. It's in the money, so I picked it up at $1.89 or $189, and I'm up $155 with another 4 days remaining into this contract. So if the S&P keeps falling, that'll add more downward pressure against this stock. And hopefully by the end of the week or sooner, I'll be looking at maybe another $400 or $500 trade. And the entry here again was last Friday, and this was at 1:39 p.m. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to add a second one or a third one. It was just that I was being conservative because the S&P 500 has been pushing up, and for the past year, since March, almost over a year, the S&P has been pushing up, and I was afraid that it was going to have another V bottom reversal. So that's why I was being conservative with this trade as well as this buy. But fortunately, it worked in my favor this time. And I'll continue monitoring this trade throughout the week, as well as my other trades. And yeah, some more to follow. Today is September 22nd, and it's 9:37 a.m. And this is the 4-hour chart for AMC, ticker symbol AMC. And it's currently trading at $37.98, and it's down 81 cents so far inside 7 minutes of today's trading session. So I'm very tempted to close this right now, even though I do have 2 days remaining. So look at the trade status. So here's AMC. I have one contract. They expire in 2 days. I purchased it at $1.89, and it's now trading at $1.64. So overall, I'm up $450 or $80, with an additional $85 from this morning. So $450, I like it. Right? So could it drop further? I believe so, but what's holding it up right now? So here's the status. So here's where my contract is right now. So, but with the green flag. So this is the $44 put. So when I bought it, it was at $1.89. $1.89 was somewhere right here out of the money. So this was a $44 put. Yeah. So I think it was up here, like three strike levels away from being in the money. But since entering this trade back in last Friday, price has dropped. And I did state that in my previous recording for AMC, was that my sentiment was that it was going to fall out of this pennant. Now, it did test 5205 before coming down, but overall, I was anticipating that price was eventually going to fall towards the downside. Now, back then, early in September, when I did the initial assessment, I have 5205 and 3035 as the local support resistance levels, but I was looking at this last night, and there is a somewhat quasi resistance area that I'm looking at today. So, and that is at 37.50, which would put it right. So 37.50 is now noticeable to me because here it was resistance, right? So I'm not sure, and here it was like a brief support, some support level here. So I'm not sure if price is just going to break through towards the downside and run towards 30, 35, or it may just consolidate here before falling out. Now, if it does consolidate, that's not going to do good for me because my contract expires in 2 days. So any time spent consolidating is a negative for my option contracts because I need price to keep falling, right? I can't have price consolidate, go sideways for the next 2 days. So I may just close it out this morning if that's the case. So yeah, so right now it's trading at $5.97, $6. So let's just go close it out right now. So I'll go to the chart here and pick $6 as my sell. Let's try 605. Oops. 10,000. That was 615. No. Try to stop 590. We'll just flatten it out. Right? Wow. So just to go back to AMC, why I'm trading this, I tried, again, I tried to close it out or short it before, but this is hard to borrow. HTB is hard to borrow. So we can't short it. So that's why I bought puts or a put. So it's 575. Let's just close it out. This is so terrible. Look at this. We're restricted from closing out. Finally, 560. Oh my goodness. So 560, profit of 560. All right, well, what a nightmare to close this trade out. But anyway, that's the pitfalls for trading AMC. So you can't short it because of hard to borrow. You can't short the stock, and it won't take market orders when closing out option. Wow. All right. So yeah. I'm speechless. So, I don't know. Yeah, so it looks like it's gonna respect the 37 and a half. See, this is what I wanted to avoid. I wanted to avoid any, right? So it looks like this area is gonna hold. So that's something I'll keep in mind. So I shorted AMC via put right here when it was at 42, and I wrote it to 38. So overall good trade, but lesson learned. I can't, just difficult to close it. But anyway, all right, another 560 for the week, plus the 400 from SPY. Yeah, speaking of SPY, I re-entered SPY yesterday on the long side. So right now, SPY, I bought a contract that expires in 2 days, September 24th. And I only picked up one because, again, it's a higher risk trade, right? Because the general trend was towards the downside, and I went against the trend and I bought a 442 call. So essentially, I'm saying that by Friday, or when this contract expires this Friday or in 2 days, I'm anticipating that price is going to hit 442. I bought it at 96, way overpriced. And it's now at 66 cents, and I'm down $30 in the trade. So I don't know what's going on with this. I may add this to the recording. I doubt it. But anyway, my initial plan was to upload the SPY and AMC trades that I entered last Friday, and I think I'll just go ahead and post those two. And if you're watching this in the future, just let me know whether or not this trade worked out, a 442 call for this Friday. So thanks.